everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is 45 and single. Now you decide to have a baby. 45 and single. Now you decide to have a baby. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, to get us started, I did pull a video. Let's watch this video, and we have a letter. We're going to read this letter and dive into this topic. You're 45 and single. Now you decide you want to have a baby. Here we go.
This is my first pregnancy. And for those who may not know, I am 45. So it feels amazing. My pregnancy is going really, really, really good.
To all feel like they have to hurry up, find a guy, and start having babies, you have a lot more time than you think you do. I just had my third child, and just a few days ago, I just turned 46. I had him 3 weeks ago, just turned 46. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't have a baby in your 40s. You absolutely can.
All right, let's dive into this letter. She says, I am 45-year-old single woman. Never had a boyfriend or a partner. I've always been scared of men, mostly because my father is a malignant narcissist. My mother is a narc too. Whoa, okay. My father used to beat me up for entertainment and even caused me permanent physical injury. My mother always backed him up, blaming me. And he raped me and sexually abused me too. All of it before 10 years old. My childhood was horrible. Even my grandma was murdered by my parents' best friend. And they covered up for him. My mother and her sister both paid all the bills and cooked and cleaned. And the men just raped us kids. And them. I was in prostitution from 22 to 27. And from prostitution is all my adult experience with men. Well, your dad raped you, so you did have some experience with him. Okay? I don't think I have ever really enjoyed sex. I can see why. I was sexually abused my whole childhood, not just by my father. So as a grown woman, I froze and couldn't say no. I've been date raped many times. And I have dated narcissists. Well, yeah, you're attracting narcissists. It's in your energy. At 33, I met a woman that helped me understand somewhat the level of abuse I experienced growing up when I wanted to kill myself. When I understood what had happened, because I really thought all of it was my fault. Never saw myself as the innocent child I was, but I took on the image of the evil seductress my parents projected on me. Well, yeah, I can understand that. I didn't want to kill myself anymore because I realized I had a lot to learn, and suicide now seemed pointless. I've actually always been very naive, as I was in denial of all the abuse I endured. Yeah, because you probably thought it was normal behavior. If that's all you know, that's all you know. However, even though I decided not to kill myself, I still have CPTSD and panic attacks. It was 6 years ago, after being date raped, that I started to work on energy, and I've become emotionally free from that work. And almost no panic attacks anymore. Now I feel good and I would like to have children. Oh, wait a minute. It was 6 years ago after being date raped that you started working on yourself. Oh, okay. because I feel I understood life and have a lot of love to give them. I've been celibate for 5 years. That's good. And it's been awesome. I think I have 5 more years to try to have kids. So I need to meet a man, and 5 years seems so short of a time. Where and how could I meet a man to have kids? Well, okay. All right, that's the gist of your letter, that you want to have kids. All right, let's go on. He would have to be a good person and fully heterosexual. How could I go about accomplishing this? What strategy should I use? If I fail, I don't really mind. I won't ever have sex again because I only want to have it with the purpose of children, or not at all. Okay. Also, I've been traveling because the last time a DL man dated me, raped me. He infected me with gonorrhea. Women at my age tend to be sour and trouble. I get along better with the 20s somethings. But now I'm very aware STDs cause gynecological cancer, even breast cancer. It's a strain of HPV virus, which men carry. But still, I want to have kids. The motherhood thing seems amazing, and I'm very healthy now. So, any advice on strategies to meet men to father my children? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'll tell you the best strategy for you since you don't want a man. Go to a fertility clinic. All you need is a sperm donor. You don't need a man. If you don't want to share your life with a man or your baby with a man or whatever, all you need is a sperm donor. Go down there and get the sperm donor, have your baby, and be happy. There are women doing that, whether you have a man or not. There are women who have husbands and they have trouble having babies or whatever. They go down to the fertility clinic, you know, and do whatever is necessary. And that's what I say for you. Don't run out and try to find a man just to father your baby, because that can, in the long run, that can be a real headache for you. Okay? Because suppose he's not a good man. Suppose he wants to be involved in the baby's life and he's a horrible man. He's going to affect your baby. Now, you've come out of a family full of narcissists. And if you have not completely healed from all of your childhood abuses with narcissists or whatever, you're bound to attract more. You don't want your baby's daddy to be another narcissist, because he'll make your life miserable and your baby's life. My advice to you is go down to the sperm bank and find yourself a sperm donor and have your baby. Have your baby. Okay? Now, I realize it's going to cost, but still, it costs to have things in a certain way. Okay? But at least you're half what you want, and you won't have to deal with the man. Okay? I hope that you understand the message today. And ladies, having your first baby after age 40, 45 can be a tricky thing, because now I had my last baby. I had 4 boys. My last baby, I had him at the age of 40. And I'm telling you, it was no picnic. It wasn't my first baby, but the baby before him, I think my last baby had to have been in his teens when I had this one. Your body is different, you see, and everything. When you're young, everything is flexible, and you can kind of push those babies out. But when you get older, it's no picnic trying to get that baby out. And I had all of mine natural childbirth, no medications, no anything. And I'm gonna tell you something, it was no picnic. Okay? But I love my baby. Because it's a funny thing. No matter how hard the pain is to have a baby, once that baby comes out and they give you that baby, you forget all about the pain. Just like that. All right. Now, one thing that I would like to say when I was attempting to get pregnant with my last baby, it was a second marriage, and this man didn't have any children, and so he and his family, they wanted a baby. All right, well, they convinced me to go on and have this baby, and I don't regret it, not one bit. But the thing was, it wasn't easy, and we had to go to the clinic and talk to the doctors and the counselors and all this kind of stuff, try to get me pregnant. But then I met a friend at work who was from the South, like me. And she said, all you got to do is take Geritol. And it's a funny thing because, Geritol used to come in a bottle. I don't know if it still does. I know you can buy the pills. I don't know if they are just as effective. But Geritol used to come in a bottle, and it was this dark liquid. And you would just take it, like for colds and things like that. It was always around when I was growing up. Well, I found this Geritol and took it a little bit and was pregnant just like that. So I think it enriches your blood or whatever it does, but I was pregnant just like that. But ladies, if you want to have a baby, but you don't want to be bothered with a man, the best thing to do is to go find yourself a sperm donor. And there are places where you can get these sperm donors. Now, be careful because there was something that I just saw about maybe a couple of months ago, where they found this guy who had about 1,000 babies. He had donated his sperm to several of these sperm banks, and he had about 1,000 babies out there in the world, and I think it offered some confusion because some of the folks were afraid that these siblings would find each other and not realize they were siblings and maybe fall in love with each other, that kind of thing. Because he was doing it like a lot of these women were from the same towns and that kind of thing. But that was just one of the horror stories that I've heard about that. But it doesn't happen all the time. But for you, if you want to have a baby and you don't want to be bothered with a man, then you go to a fertility clinic and find yourself a sperm donor. Okay? And this way you can pick out the man that you want to have his baby. And all, and it tells all about the man and his qualifications, if he's educated or whatever, and his picture and everything. And you can get his sperm and go through the process and have your baby. And it has been successful with a lot of women. Okay. I hope that you understand the advice today. I don't recommend that you run out trying to find a man just to have his baby. I think that's a headache you don't want and you don't need. Okay. Now, if you fall in love with somebody and he loves you, and you decide to have a baby and you're not married, well, that's a decision that you make. That's free will. It's not going to hurt the baby. But it's going to hurt the baby if you just run out and get pregnant by some guy just so you can have the baby. And the guy hasn't consented to have any baby or anything. And now it's affecting you and the baby in a negative way. You don't want that. Okay. I hope that you understand the message today. And I really hope that it helps someone. Now, the title of the video was 45 Single. And now you want to have a baby. It can be done, ladies. There are plenty of ladies out here who are having babies at a later age. The key is to keep yourself healthy. Eat healthy, be healthy, live a healthy life. So if you decide that you want to have a baby in your later years, at least you have a better chance of having a healthy baby. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. And thank you for your comments and your letters And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.